Hello everybody. Today we're doing a whole different video. We're actually reacting to a documentary on the Vanoss crew. Now, set a bit of drama. We're going to react to the mini lat drama. Yes, they're still playing Gmon. Alright, well, let's go.
Evan Fong was born on May 31st, 1992 in Toronto, Canada. During his childhood, video games weren't a major part of his life, as his parents steered him towards sports instead, playing hockey competitively from the age of 6. He also enjoyed playing guitar as a hobby, though he never pursued it seriously. Not much is publicly known about Evan's early life. However, at 19, inspired by Call of Duty content creators like Wings of Redemption and Woody's Gamertag, Evan felt drawn to YouTube and decided to start his own channel. His first channel, MX Productions, launched in July 2011 and featured one public video being a remix of an Angry Grandpa video. Later that year, in September, Evan, for whatever reason, transitioned to a new channel, Vanoss Gaming. The name Vanoss came from his dad's old PlayStation 3 gamertag, Vanoss62. After spending time gaming under the name Vanoss, Evan gradually embraced the name, becoming his online persona and identity. The first video Vanoss ever uploaded was a trolling video on Black Ops Zombies. Following this, Vanoss began gaining traction on his channel by remixing videos from popular Call of Duty YouTubers like That1Savage, which drew in a wave of views and new subscribers.
It doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter.
Just curious, are these copyrighted? No, they're not. Okay.
Around the same time, he started creating his own gameplay content, focusing on uploading tutorials, tips, tricks, and funny moments from the game Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. From the beginning, Vanoss never intended to pursue YouTube solo, instead making the deliberate choice to feature other creators in his videos, setting the stage for the collaborative style his channel would become known for. Vanoss's first YouTube connection was Moose Knuckle, whom he discovered through gaming content on the platform. Impressed by Moose's videos, Vanoss reached out for a collaboration. His strategy at the time was simple: find other creators with a similar subscriber count and work together to
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy how Moose Knuckle, right? They, it's the freeze frame. Uh, how they, how Moose Knuckle was taking YouTube not full time, and now it's just part time YouTube now. That's crazy.
help one another grow. Following the same approach, Vanoss soon met I Am Wildcat, Big Jiggly Panda, Racing Cats, and Screwologist. The 5 of them became a tight-knit group and collaborated regularly. While searching for tutorials on how to use auto-tune in COD videos, Vanoss stumbled across content from YouTuber Terrorizer, who had been experimenting with that exact style. Intrigued, Vanoss put together a montage featuring Terrorizer's clips and uploaded it to his channel, sparking their first contact and eventually led to their collaboration. Then one day,
I remember I was watching it's in the Terrorizer video, the most popular video, the Christmas opening. Oh, I receive gifts from Vanoss, and like Terrorizer said, I had Evan upload his videos to his channel, and and yeah.
Vanoss received a message from another YouTuber, H2O Delirious, who invited him to collaborate on videos as well. That collaboration led to Vanoss being introduced to Basically I Do Work, 407, and Mexecutioner. Over time, Vanoss's circle expanded, eventually including YouTubers Minilad, Louis Caliber, and Nogla. Back when they first got started, the Vanoss crew were far from famous. Together, they had just a few.
Why is there a parking sign? I just realized. I watched this the first time. I didn't even notice the thing in the back. I just realized there's a parking sign in the back.
1,000 subscribers. In those early days of YouTube, they created videos under rough conditions, recording on crappy laptops, using barely functional equipment due to them being broke college students, and juggling day jobs and school with chaotic sleep schedules.
Once a week, multiple weeks out of a month, there were like stretches where I would stay awake for like 30 to 40 hours. Like I would Wake up one morning, go to work or go to school, be done with school, go to work, come home, record, edit, get up, go to school, go to work, come home, and then do like homework or something.
Right.
And then Evan, I know, was doing a very like he.
That's pretty much how my YouTube is going. Except I'm only uploading like once a month. I can't find a game that I can just do a playthrough on. I feel like my channel would succeed if I did a playthrough, but hey, summer's already over for me. It's August. I go back to school in like 4 days. God, man. Summer's already over, and I can't do a playthrough, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's basically how my life is going right now. Just school, maybe record, and then edit, then upload. And yeah, I think similar to like that. Sometimes I put barely any editing towards that.
was doing a lot of that too because he was going to school when we were all like really trying for YouTube and stuff, and he was working a lot harder on his videos. Like he was editing crazy. So
Yeah.
Despite the grind, they pushed through it all with the goal of turning YouTube into their full-time careers. November 2012, the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 marked a turning point for Vanoss' YouTube channel, propelling it into rapid growth. By January 2013, he had reached 100,000 subscribers, and from there, things skyrocketed. Throughout that year, Vanoss and his crew created a unique content style with their funny moments content, highly edited videos that showcased hilarious kill cams, hiding spots, ninja diffuses, and lighthearted trolling in Black Ops 2. Their unique spin on gameplay and the consistent output set them apart. The results were staggering. By July 2013, Vanoss had hit 1 million subscribers only 7 months after 100,000, and by the end of the year tripled his subscriber count to 3 million subscribers.
Hey, what is up guys, Vanoss here, and this is my face reveal video, obviously, and it's something that you guys have been asking for and requesting for 1 million subscribers. And I'm not the type to talk about numbers too often on my channel, but obviously 1 million subscribers is a big deal.
As their channels began to gain serious momentum, each member of the crew made a bold choice to walk away from jobs and college to pursue YouTube full time.
In 2013, I left college and I gave myself a year. My professor was like, okay, you can take your gap year now. You have 1 year to try and figure this out. And I left college the same week that GTA 5 came out. I was only at college for 2 weeks.
I think it was also the time where I got to quit school.
Oh yeah, this clip was from a Vanoss live stream. Yeah, he live streamed like 2 times, I think. A couple times with Louis, and yeah. Because I think at the time he was actually hanging out with Louis a lot, and he was just, they were just talking, and then they did the horror games, and yeah.
Or, I was like doing so shit in my classes because I was focusing so much on YouTube. And it was like that moment of being like, oh yeah, this doesn't matter anymore. To like look at everyone like walking around campus in the university and just being like, everyone here is worrying and caring about this exam that's about to happen. And I really don't give a fuck anymore.
It was a high stakes leap, but one that ultimately proved worthwhile as their success continued to soar. 2014 marked the golden era of the Vanoss crew, a year of explosive growth and transformation. With Black Ops 2 losing momentum, they pivoted to other popular games like Grand Theft Auto 5 and Garry's Mod, tapping into a fresh wave of interest. The result? Massive viewership. Throughout that year, many of Vanoss' uploads consistently pulled in over 10 million views, a staggering feat for any gaming channel. So what made his content so irresistibly entertaining? Each video was tightly edited, packed with comedic timing, and paced just right to hold the viewer's attention from start to finish. Vanoss also opened most videos with a skit, an immediate hook that pulled viewers in. Even the thumbnails followed.
I remember those, just a bunch of skits that they would do. I think they still do that. They still do that. They're, kind of, because, sometimes it depends on how they upload. It was either, like, just a bunch of clips, like, insane clips that they take in the video, or it's just a skit, if it's in GTA 5.
a simple, consistent formula, but that simplicity worked as it was instantly recognizable and effective at driving clicks. Each member of the Vanoss crew brought their own distinctive flavor to the group's chemistry. Wildcat served as the crew's comedic relief, always cracking jokes and throwing in references that kept things moving.
I have got a big fun cake right here for you, my friend. Fun cake.
H2O Delirious had this unpredictable, chaotic vibe that somehow worked perfectly, made even more memorable by his famously bad microphone quality.
Look at that speed. Look at that head waddle. Oh my god.
Nogla stood out with his thick Irish accent and ludicrous comments saying things so ridiculous they became iconic moments.
Fucking knife, I'm on the instant kill.
This is how I like one-shotted 4 of them right in front of him in a row. Knife him on insta-kill.
Basically, I Do Work kept the pace sharp with his quick wit and non-stop comebacks, while Terrorizer leaned into hilariously accurate voice impressions. His takes on Schwarzenegger and Bane became classics.
Listen to me. We got to get out of here, Steiner.
Insert the clip of where I did the where I also did it too. Just insert.
Oh, that's crazy.
Louis Caliber had a similar knack for performance, using his squeaky voice and trolling skills to stir up hilarious moments.
Does anyone in here want to give me money?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Sorry for. Well, I didn't really pause the video so much, but it's like I kind of want to do the same thing. Not really, because you can't really do that anymore in GTA. Everything's changed. Years just changed. I want to go into like a lobby and pretend I was like 5 years old. Hey, can you carry me to a game of Warzone? I can't do that. Well, I can't do that because 1, it's stealing ideas. 2, it's gonna be just, yeah. I can't just do the voice. I can't just do it. Can't do that.
Kid, I see him please on the chopper.
Minilad was loud, plain and simple. His style was big reactions and tone that made him stand out. And then there was Moose Knuckle, Big Jiggly Panda, and 407, the more low-key crew members who kept things balanced. Their laid-back style brought a kind of calm that made the chaos around them even funnier. In addition to the core members, the Vanoss crew occasionally played with other creators like Silent Droid, Mr. Sark, and many other gamers. While they weren't regulars in the group's content, they made
Yeah, I know he was talking about the other members, but I'm sure might gain a little bit up. I remember some GTA clips back in the day where they'd had modders join them, and everything, it had like some fun. They had some chaos, and it happened in Black Ops 2 where there's a modder that joined, and what they were doing was having fun, and I'm pretty sure Vanoss had to say at the beginning of the video, no progress was made, no one leveled up, nothing changed, because you can't really do that in Call of Duty. At the time, they took that serious, because Black Ops 2 was its era, and yeah.
memorable appearances in a handful of videos, adding extra flavor to the crew's dynamic when they did. By the end of 2014, Vanoss had hit a major milestone, 10 million subscribers, cementing his place as one of the biggest gaming creators on YouTube. But his momentum didn't stop there. In 2015, Vanoss, along with...
I'm sorry for pausing the video so many times. I remember, was that Skybound? Was that clip from Skybound, him,
Gaming
IRL? That, I recognize that logo. That's from Skybound, I think. Hold on. Skybound Games. Yeah, that is Skybound. Yeah, that's Skybound. Okay. Alright.
creators on YouTube, but his momentum didn't stop there. collaborated on a Steam game called Dead Realm, a horror-themed multiplayer
It's
game
dead.
where one player became
It's
a
dead.
ghost hunting down the rest. While they weren't the developers themselves,
It's
they were
dead.
credited as creative directors, meaning they had a hand not in just promoting the game, but also in shaping its design and overall vibe to better resonate with their audiences.
Essentially, for the last 6 or 7 months, I've been involved in helping create a PC game called Dead Realm, and it actually releases this Thursday on Steam, so I'm pretty damn excited about it, to say the least.
The crew's consistent uploads featuring Dead Realm gave the game a huge boost in popularity. Despite its early success and the attention it generated, the game's servers were eventually shut down in 2020.
Chief Figure 5, will you guys play Dead Realm again? No. Go on.
I don't even. There's no updates for that game. Huh?
No, they shut down production. They shut down servers on that. The servers are gone. They ended it.
Vanoss's rise didn't slow down. In 2016, his channel soared past 19 million subscribers. As his influence grew, so did the scale of his projects. That same year, he made the leap into an animated TV show titled Paranormal Action Squad, a YouTube Red original. The series followed a Ghostbusters-esque team involving sea nanas, Mr. Sark, and Vanoss himself, fighting supernatural threats in an over-the-top comedic fashion. Created by TV writer Michael Rowe, previously credited on shows like Family Guy and Futurama. Despite the high-profile names and the novelty of seeing YouTubers star in an animated show, Paranormal Action Squad only lasted one season and gradually faded from the spotlight. For years, the Vanoss crew managed to steer clear of drama, but on YouTube, controversy often feels inevitable, and in January 2017, H2O Delirious found himself in the middle of it. That January, an Australian gaming YouTuber known at the time as Faceless launched a new series centered around the game Conan Exiles, a survival multiplayer game set in a fictional prehistoric world. Faceless had been invited to join a private Conan Exiles server created specifically for content creators, alongside fellow YouTuber Max Mofo. The two began by messing around but soon got more invested in grinding the game. At some point, Faceless discovered that H2O Delirious was also on the same server and decided it would make...
Okay, it's not this part, but here comes the drama.
great content to raid his base for loot.
Oh my god, we're in. Come on. Oh my god. I think we're in. Come on, man, bust down. Don't f my pick.
The thing I don't like this part is like, I get. Sorry, some people come up behind me, I swear. I get that people do much. I know people have so much like progress and work on bases like Rust, and in this game, people should not take it serious, man. You build a base, alright? You built a base. Why are you taking it so serious? It's a game, alright? It's not like your actual house in real life are gonna be blown up. Oh my god.
Don't f my pick. Loot.
The video quickly racked up views and didn't go unnoticed by H2O Delirious, who wasn't too pleased with Faceless's actions. Not my base, you dumb shit. We left that area long before it got raided. Way to use my name though. In Faceless's following upload, he responded directly to Delirious's remark.
Okay, so I had a look at the guy's stream that you've been playing with, J-Rock, and if there's no way that this was your base, then there's no way that this is you walking around on the roof of that base. Clearly the base that I was in. And then there's no way that this could be you role-playing having a dinner date on the roof of the base that I raided. Because it wasn't your base, and you've never been there, you've never seen this.
What was guiding exactly? Come up here.
To be honest, I kind of want to just skip this part. Also, there's fucking nudity in the game. I don't know how YouTube allowed it, so...
First opened and collected entire mash. In Conan Exiles would be raised curious on those.
Two theories.
In comments altogether. Attention to the feud. Unnecessarily panics, and they address feel that Delirious's actions.
Yes. Not that we see shit.
Creators shifted to focus toward this move. So the pub Minilad wasn't a fan, eventually led to him to distance himself. Continued on as usual. So the public Minilad wasn't a fan of the label. He disliked being seen himself. While he stepped away to forge his own path, the rest of the group didn't seem bothered by the title and continued on.
Here's a drama now. This is where
on as usual.
I remember Mini Lad had a lot of beef with that.
I watched
He
this.
hated
Really?
that. He hated being labeled like a side character. He hated that and like broke
Yeah.
away from our group because of that. And I always disagree with that. I thought that was dumb.
Even after stepping away from the crew, Minilad found solo success. His channel grew rapidly, gaining millions of subscribers. At first glance, it might have seemed like he parted ways with the group on good terms, especially after years of shared content and collaboration, but things took a different turn. Over time, tension surfaced and Minilad eventually became involved in drama with Terrorizer, fracturing the dynamic that once held the group together. During a meme stream in April 2019, Minilad unexpectedly brought up the Vanoss crew, claiming that he had been removed from all their group chats, as well as revealed another reason he left the group being they talked shit about other YouTubers.
I also have no idea. They're still playing Gmod?
On. They're still playing Gmod. Oh shit. I'm messing up my OBS. Fine.
Damn. After all this time, they're still playing Gmod?
Yep.
I mean, they kicked me out of all their chats,
I'm still playing Gmod.
so I have no idea what the hell they're doing, so. They're still damn. I wasn't kicked. Oh my god. Alright. So, just to clear up any drama, I wasn't kicked. All they did was play Fortnite and Gmod and then talk shit about other YouTubers. So I said, F that. I broke away from that group. I'm doing my own thing. I've never felt better. My community's stronger than ever. I'm pulling more views than ever, and I'm personally a lot more happy as a human.
The moment caught viewers off guard as it marked one of the first public signs of tension between him and the rest of the crew. During a YouTube livestream in June, fans brought up Minilad's claims, prompting Terrorizer to respond. He openly disagreed with them, pushing back against the narrative that had been shared.
Why not invite Mini? I'll tell you why. He doesn't play with us. He left. And then he decided on stream to badmouth myself and my friends. Well, mainly just my friends. And I didn't appreciate that. So, I don't play with the guy lately. Because he's going on his meme streams talking shit about us. It's not cool.
I don't play
Once
with
Brian
them
shared this,
people.
Craig tweeted a response.
Okay, I probably should have done that. They're gonna create. They're gonna create fucking drama on me now. Now, yeah, I agree. To be honest, if that ever happened to me, not me leaving, but you know, person leaving my group, then hey, I'd do the same thing. Kind of ignore it. I'm sorry. I ignore it. You know, so. And according to the recording, I've been recording for 22 minutes. 22 minutes. Let's go.
To the drama that he apparently hated the Vanoss crew, stating that he had a falling out just over a year ago due to Brian saying some nasty things, stating that Brian said to his face, "It's so sad you're too f***ed up in the head to take a joke anymore."
That's
Further
crazy.
stated that Brian was the one on his live streams, making out that he now hates everyone he used to play with. Brian first reacted to Craig's tweet by accusing him of slander.
Hold on. Let me read he didn't cover this. Evan, when I'm in LA, and even though I don't play with Vanoss, I'm still good friends with Evan. Still good friends with him? I don't know, man. I'm not famous, but I was about to say, hey, why don't I just ask him myself? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not gonna do that. He ain't gonna answer. It's fine. I don't care. You know, if I ever end up on Nogla and Terrorizer Reacts, then
Now hates everyone.
Can I get invited to the group? I need the views. I'll use Vanoss in the title every single video I upload. I'll just pull a Nogla. I mean I did it once and it worked out for me. I'll even link you the video. Just contact me, alright? I'll put my Discord in the description. So add me.
one he used to play with. Brian first reacted to Craig's tweet by accusing him of slander, stating that he never made the comment Craig referenced. The post ended up prompting Brian to share his full side of the story about their falling out. Back in 2018, Brian and a few other Vanoss crew members met Craig at an E3 Monster Cat party in Los Angeles. After the event, the group headed back to Craig's house. During the Uber ride, Wildcat joked about Craig's Ferrari and Brian joined in, assuming it was just friendly banter. But once they arrived, Brian and his girlfriend left shortly after, picking up on an uncomfortable vibe and felt like they weren't really welcome. The next day, Craig organized a dinner for the group, but deliberately left Brian and his girlfriend out. Basically, I Do Work later messaged Brian explaining it was because of the Ferrari joke from the night before, as Craig spoke about this during the dinner. That same evening, the group attended another party.
To be honest, the Ferrari joke, hey, it was a joke, and Ferraris are expensive. Like, come on, he made a joke about the Ferrari. How, if I was Minnie, I would still invite him, even with the Ferrari joke. I'd still invite him. I would take the joke, and I wouldn't take it so serious, don't personal, don't create no drama or anything. I would still invite him. I would still add him in.
Party where Brian ran into Craig again. Craig acted as if nothing had happened, but Brian took him aside to talk. He was hurt by being excluded, especially since the crew rarely gets to meet up in person due to living in different parts of the world. Craig told Brian he was going through a lot emotionally, including the loss of his dog. Brian responded by saying that while he sympathized, it didn't excuse how he had been treated, particularly since Brian was grieving the death of his own father around that time. He ended the conversation by asking Craig not to speak to him that night. The two never reconciled, and Craig's decision to make the situation public only deepened the divide, especially since Brian had tried to avoid any drama. One thing I didn't mention previously was in 2017, Vanoss launched a second channel under the alias RYNX, marking his shift into music production. As mentioned earlier, Vanoss had dabbled in music before, but it wasn't until 2017 that he started pursuing it seriously. The project gained traction quickly, leading to a successful music career that included live tours. During Vanoss's 2019 music tour, several members of the crew were invited backstage, including Craig. In a video on Craig's channel, he mentioned how he apparently reconnected with Brian at the event and shared that the two shook hands and were actively trying to squash their beef.
Meet up with Brian, we're figuring things out. You know, we talked backstage at Evan's show and we shook hands and we're gonna work on it. So like, you know, I miss the dude.
Yet Brian responded to Craig's statement in a live stream, claiming what Craig said was entirely not true.
So yeah, I don't particularly want to work with the guy. I know he made a video saying we're patching things up, which is not true. I feel like he says things in order to kind of get flack off his back.
It was disappointing for fans to see Minilad and Terrorizer's relationship fall into conflict, especially with Craig appearing to be the main instigator.
Let's say one thing, just don't lie. Don't lie. I mean, okay, I'm gonna be in the middle here. I'm not gonna side with anyone on this point, right? Because we're on the drama, right? I would say that was a good move by many. However, hold on. However, I feel like he would only say that because he doesn't want people stirring up a whole bunch of big news. Oh my god, like explosions and everything. He doesn't want these like rumors or anything being big. But yeah, then, and you know, Terrorizer claimed he didn't, and hey, I'm not siding with Minnie or anything. I'm being in the middle here. I'm not gonna side with Minnie at all, to be honest. I gotta side with Brian here. I can't side with Minnie. I can't. After all this spur and spoop that he created. Yeah.
The Gator. Channels began to gain serious.
No!
He mentioned how they planned to meet in.
Okay, hold on. Whoa. Going ahead of ourselves.
After the rest of the group didn't seem bothered by the title and
Dang
continued on as usual.
I remember Minilad had a lot of beef with that. He hated
Really?
that. He hated
Oh.
being labeled like a side character. He hated that and like broke
Yeah.
away from our group because of that. And I always disagree with that. I thought that was dumb.
Even after stepping away from the crew, Minilad found solo success. His channel grew rapidly, gaining...
You did not find solo success. Okay, because, well, on this, what is he showing?
millions of subscribers.
Oh.
At first glance, it might have seemed like he parted ways with the group on good terms, especially after years of shared content and collaboration, but things took a different turn. Over time, tensions surfaced, and Minilad eventually became involved in drama with Terrorizer, fracturing the dynamic that once held the group together. During a meme stream in April 2019, Minilad unexpectedly brought up the Vanoss crew, claiming that he had been removed from all their group chats, as well as revealed another reason he left the group, being they
I think we
talked
What the hell?
fans brought up
A lot better. I'm
prompt enter via attended another party where he went dog.
Okay, so I'm trying to get back to where
it didn't excuse how
so
he had been treated, particularly
I'm
since
trying to
Brian
find
was
where
grieving the death of his own
we left off
father around that time. He ended the conversation by asking Craig not to speak to him that night. The two never reconciled, and Craig's decision to make the situation public only deepened the divide, especially since Brian had tried to avoid any drama. One thing I didn't mention previously was in 2017, Vanoss launched a second channel under the alias RYNX.
Why'd you... Thing is with the documentary, why'd you spell it? It's Rinks. It's Rinks. It's fucking Rinks, bro. It's Rinks.
Marking his shift into music production. As mentioned earlier, Vanoss had dabbled in music before, but it wasn't until 2017 that he started pursuing it seriously. The project gained traction quickly, leading to a successful music career that included live tours. During Vanoss's 2019 music tour, several members of the crew were invited backstage, including Craig. In a video on Craig's channel, he mentioned how he apparently reconnected with Brian at the event and shared that the two shook hands and were actively trying to squash their beef.
Meet up with Brian. We're figuring things out. You know, we talk backstage. Evan.
Yeah,
I don't.
It was with Craig appearing to be the main instigator.
Sorry, I'm trying to like. I hit the. You know how on the numpad, when you hit a button and you press 1 and it goes back on the video. I accidentally hit that, and I'm trying to go back to where we left off at before I had to do
chat
it.
with other girls who admired Craig and his friends. The group frequently tweeted at him and eventually caught his attention. He joined the chat and began interacting with them regularly. Ash stated that she grew especially close to Craig over time. She described how the conversations became increasingly personal, including one moment where Craig asked if she was a virgin and proposed taking it himself. They planned to meet in California during a family trip, but those plans were ultimately cancelled, something she later saw as a relief. Over the following months, she said they exchanged explicit photos, which she backed up with screenshots of.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this part. I'm sorry, I won't wanna.
This time incident in which years
I'm not gonna comment on any of this.
on his show.
He also began hosting therapy and eventually make a comeback. He followed through on that promise, turned to his main channel with an upload titled "It's Good to See You."
I think this is where they stopped talking about it.
Lifestyle. He'd relocated from California to Texas, revamped his setup, adopted a new look, and claimed he was the happiest he'd ever been. He also began hosting meme streams where he raised money for charity, though many saw these efforts as calculated attempts to regain public favor following the controversy. After several months of uploads, Craig released a now deleted video titled "Why Getting Cancelled Was the Best Thing to Happen to Me." In it, he spoke about his personal growth since stepping away from YouTube. While the message centered on self-improvement, many viewers found it unsettling, noting the irony that such growth had come at the cost of committing a heinous crime.
Why do I believe it's the best thing to ever happen to me? Because I finally got time away to not be Minilad.
Minilad's attempted comeback ultimately fell flat. His videos continued to receive more dislikes than likes, viewership continually declined, and his subscriber count dropped from 5.8 million to 4.4 million. It became clear that forgiveness from the community wasn't forthcoming. During one of his meme streams, a viewer donated a message, "We won't forget what you've done, Craig," sending and receiving inappropriate.
I remember this. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks for 3, man.
Hang on.
Hey, to be honest, what you did here, you just gave yourself away. Think of it three, man.
I'm gonna go. Oh, by the way, to the person who just donated to me, please get your facts straight. Thank you. I'll be back.
It's natural to
Please get your facts straight.
wonder how the Vanoss crew reacted to the controversy surrounding Minilad, given their long history together as friends.
Don't worry, I'm siding with these three. You see you see these three that's on my screen right now? The Wildcat, Terrors. No, I'm siding with these. I'm on the good guy's side.
While none of the members ever issued a direct public statement addressing the situation, subtle jabs and jokes referencing Craig did occasionally surface in their videos.
Lukacs, Minilad still has more subs than you.
Hey, man. Kermit the Pog's video, man. Shout him. Shout out to Kermit the Pog, man. He's a GOAT. He's a legend. I actually contacted him on Discord the other day. Say, hey, I just want to congratulate you, man, on all the success, on creating the channel and everything. Now, I'm not sure if he's still doing it. I'm not sure. Hey, you know, he's a good guy.
Yeah, and a criminal record as well. Like, he always had more subs than me. Do you know what? Just because of you, Lucas, my new goal for this year is not 4 million subs. It's whatever the fuck he has. I'm gonna get more subs than him now. Just to fucking.
Alright, well, now let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. He just uploaded a video 58 minutes ago. 3.9 million subs. Okay. He's almost at 4 million, chat. Now let's go to Mr. the Lad. 4.9 or 4.39 million subs. Yeah. That ain't good. Hey, but hold on. Okay. He's getting close. He's getting close. All you gotta do is just sub-bot. Alright? I'll sub-bot you so that you can get to 4.3 million. I'll make $1,000 expense to give you 3 million subs again. Alright? I'll give you a sub, and it's all gonna go away because, you know, you can't, they go away temporary. But yeah.
On you, Lukacs.
Hey, so just curious, what's your guys' policy with these mini lad jokes? Do they stay in now, or like what level are we at?
Yeah, they're starting to.
I feel like if it's funny.
Interestingly, in a live stream hosted by Nogla and Terrorizer, Nogla revealed that Minilad had in fact messaged him privately, wishing the crew his best.
Bit of a secret, guys. He texted me
I saw
recently.
this.
That's right.
I saw this live on stream.
And the myth, the lad. He texted me. And it was actually a nice text. So I texted him back after a while. And I was nice. But I was like, bro, you know, it is what it is, bro. You know, hope life goes well, hope family's well. I texted back. And then I ended the text taking the meme stream.
Oh no! I already know what he's talking about. Oh, for fuck's sake, bro!
It was nice text,
leave for a second, man.
In a September 2023 livestream, Craig looked back on his return to YouTube, admitting he'd come to terms with the fact that forgiveness from the community was unlikely. He also shared that he felt hurt by how his former friends had made jokes about him in their videos. His tone throughout came across as victimizing himself, which many viewers saw as an attempt to gain sympathy rather than take responsibility.
People are gonna hate me no matter what I do. I've learned to accept that. I could say, hey guys, how's it going? And there'll be people out there who will find a way to shit on it. Even though the people who I used to call my friends, I think there's videos being like, Vanoss crew making fun of Minilad for an hour straight and things like that. But I know that like the guys have used me for content.
I wonder why. Okay, not. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why.
They've made me ugly.
Anyway, I was just.
I didn't like. I've seen it all. Seen it all. Right.
Seen it all. Seen it all. Seen it all. Alright.
He intended to scale back on way.
I'm at a point where I have my side businesses and shit like that are doing great. If anything, one of them continues to grow from.
I'm glad he took his time off YouTube, so then we'll focus on other people.
Actions that led to his downfall.
I'm
Sadly,
gonna
this wasn't
skip
the final instance of
parts.
allegations stirring within the group's orbit. Louis Caliber, widely recognized within the Vanoss crew for his iconic squeaker voice impression, was a prominent figure in the group's early content, amassing over 4 million subscribers on his own channel. He actively uploaded videos until June 2016.
Terrorizer reacting, right? Oh, that bitch got canceled. Ugh. That bitch got canceled, man. Hey, man. I don't care what he done, what allegation they're just false, man. They're just false. I don't give a shit.
With his final appearance being a Pokemon Go livestream in July of that year. After that, he vanished from the platform without explanation, leaving fans confused about his sudden departure. 3 years later, in July 2019, Louis made a quiet return via phone livestreams. It wasn't until March 2020 that he addressed the absence during a stream, explaining there was no dramatic reason behind his hiatus. He had simply stepped away to focus on other aspects of his life.
I didn't stop because like there was any like crazy reason. I just stopped because it's like, hey, there might be an adpocalypse one day. And it's like, you know what though? What if I work on some stuff outside like YouTube, just in case? What do I do with my gajillions of dollars? So there's a thing like on Wall Street, there's companies, there's investments, and a lot of things you can do with your money. Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, let me focus on this. So it's like, I just worked on that, and that was it.
A few months after Louis resurfaced online, new allegations emerged involving him directly.
Of course he has.
A woman named Cyan came forward in June, sharing her account of their past relationship. According to her, the initial connection began when Silent Droid followed her on Instagram and invited her to play Xbox. Through those gaming sessions, she eventually met Louis on Instagram.
Wait. Who does he have on the Spotify back there?
And invited her to play Xbox. Through those gaming sessions, she eventually met Louis, who expressed romantic interest after.
I like how Louis is wearing an H2O Delirious shirt. Hey, he was a fan of him. No, I'm kidding.
For a few weeks. They began dating when Cyan was 18 and Louis was reportedly in his early 30s. As the relationship progressed,
to be honest, I don't care on this allegation stuff.
the only confirmed detail from Cyan's account was that Louis was fully aware of who she was, as the two had interacted directly on Twitter, May 20, reigniting interest in the story. In her with an anonymous 16-year-old blurred anonymous of the girl's ID, displaying only the birth date. Cyan also referenced another anonymous woman who described a similar toxic dynamic with Louis, backed by what were claimed to be hostile messages he sent her. Multiple additional women were mentioned, each recounting comparable experiences of the clinician response, claiming that the breakup was triggered by Cyan's allegations and narratives. While Cyan didn't provide borrowed detailed explanation, he merely dismissed them as false in brief statements on Twitter. In January 2023, Louis made a quiet return to his YouTube channel, not through traditional uploads, but by live streaming gameplay, primarily solo sessions. He's maintained this streaming format consistently over the past couple of years. At one point during a live stream, a viewer left a comment accusing him of being an abuser in light of the previous allegations, something Louis responded to.
How about you actually talk about your innocence or run away again? I never ran away, you piece of shit. I left before all this, unless I was a psychic and you thought, but how about this? Look at. You can deem me whatever the you want me to be, okay? My life won't change for what the you think I am. But I'll tell you this, my personal life is none of your business. Tell me about your exes. Tell me about your relationship. Tell me about the problems you have. You don't need to tell me shit, right? Same thing, you weren't in my relationship, so don't come in my chat acting like you're some authoritarian figure that I need to report to, you stupid shit.
On April 1st, Louis returned to his channel with his first video in nearly 9 years, a reflective video discussing how much the world had changed during his long hiatus. Despite the time away and lingering questions
Louis
surrounding
crashed.
past allegations, Louis continues to collaborate with the Vanoss crew, but that wasn't the final chapter in the group's controversies. Another wave of allegations surfaced, this time involving H2O Delirious. What made it especially notable was that the accusations came from a gaming YouTuber named Omrecker, who in fact was a former member of the Vanoss crew, marking a new and unexpected turn in the ongoing drama. Omrecker launched his YouTube channel in July 2006, consistently uploading gaming content over the following years. In 2012, he committed to YouTube full-time. Throughout his career, he collaborated with numerous prominent gaming YouTubers, including Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. His channel saw a significant surge in popularity after PewDiePie gave him a shout-out, which helped elevate his visibility and grow his subscriber base.
First shout out Omrecker. Really cool guy. I actually spoke to him a little bit. Super nice.
Omrecker began regularly appearing in Vanoss crew videos around 2015, collaborating with various members over the span of several years. At first, he seemed to share a solid friendship with...
To be honest, his like drama around him, at least he didn't get like I don't think he got allegations with, you know, under age stuff. I don't think he got no allegations. He just had some brief arguments and like some friendship arguments with people, and his thing was like not as bad. Alright, he didn't get no big allegations against him.
The group and actively featured in multiple videos. However, much like the disappearance of Minilad, fans eventually noticed Ohm's absence from newer content. It wasn't until someone brought up the topic during a Terrorizer livestream where he explained what happened.
He went off on Twitter. He's throwing my name around saying, here's the thing Ohm did that was just like to the point where I was like, right, okay, man. He started saying with the whole Craig thing, he started saying like he didn't at me because he's blocked me on Twitter. He was insinuating that I must have had no knowledge of the things that are happening with Craig, that surely Brian knew about it. Like, what the what a slanderous thing to say on the internet. So no, I wouldn't be expecting me and him to be playing. He fell out with like everyone in the group.
The tweet Brian was referring to was Ohm tweeting, "These guys will come at me like this on my birthday. Even Terrorizer sitting there talking shit about the Pope for not addressing abuses in the church, but they won't say a word about Louis or Minnie's accusations. Nope, still have them adminned on the Discord and everything." As shown, Brian clearly misread the tweet, as at no point did Ohm suggest that Brian had prior knowledge of Minilad's actions before they became public. Interestingly, Brian stated that Ohm had fallen out with everyone in the group, though to this day, the exact details...
Now I'm just confused. I'm just confused.
...of what unfolded behind the scenes remain unclear. Omrecker's relationship with the Vanoss crew continued to deteriorate over time. In May 2021, Keemstar interviewed Ohm in a Drama Alert video where Ohm made serious allegations that members of the Vanoss crew had allegedly shared explicit images from fans within a private group chat.
So are you saying that like these guys are on a group chat, they get notes from fans or whatever, and they exchange them with each other?
You know, that's what Louis had said. I've heard things over the years where they seem to have had some sort of knowledge of, you know, essentially like Delirious, like the types of girls that reach out to him and like the types of that he might get, something, you know, but it seemed like a joke at the time. But hearing this come from Louis in his own words to what I understand was, you know, somebody that he trusted.
Yeah, all I would do was just pull from like our Discord or our group Skype.
Hold on.
And stuff like that, and just download whatever like they would post. I was joking because I told you once, I was like, my friends all get the better girls, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, theirs are so much better and stuff like that. And that's when I started showing you. Oh, look at it. I wish I got these. Like, I wish I got this.
Where did you get this recording from, bro? Where did you get the recording from?
Like, look at this, they're so artistic and blah, blah, blah. I wish in general I got new sense to me, like, of people being this dedicated and devoted, like, to Delirious and all them.
Okay, yeah, so, you know, the issue with this audio is we don't really know the context. Like, all this stuff has been kind of cut up.
The second major allegation brought forward claimed that in 2013, H2O Delirious was allegedly set up in an explicit call with a minor by Basically I Do Work. Supporting this claim, Omrecker pointed to resurfaced tweets from Wildcat, who had publicly discussed the incident at the time.
Ultimately, Basically I Do Work and a guy named Executioner collaborated with a girl named Briellen, and she's 17 years old. They wanted her to record what went down with Delirious, how things went. But there was this big blow up in 2013 where Delirious was upset he got recorded, and you've got Wildcat saying, yeah, he's off with a minor. Several times they mentioned that she's a minor.
After the Dramala episode was released,
he was set up. Oh. Yeah, no, that ain't Delirious' fault.
Minor.
Oh yeah, be me excited fight.
Several times they mentioned that she's a minor.
After the Dramala episode was released, members of the Vanoss crew publicly denied the accusation that they had shared explicit images in a group chat. Louis clarified that the comments attributed to him in the recordings were inaccurate. However, one claim was confirmed. Delirious openly admitted on Twitter that the incident involving Basically I Do Work setting him up in a call was indeed true. 9 years ago, two people thought it would be funny to do something really messed up as a form of hazing me. It's no secret I was easily excited and very crude when I was in my early 20s. Someone I had played with a few times prior on Xbox messaged me saying they were only wearing a towel. This caught my attention and interest. She invited me to a voice call, and this led to the equivalent of phone sex. At the time, I did not know her or anything about her. I was just excited a woman was coming onto me out of nowhere. This was before any of us were big on YouTube. I was dumb. A week or so later, I started hearing from the group about an audio recording of me with her. I was shocked, felt violated, betrayed, and to this day I can't bring myself to fully forgive them for this. It came to light that the two got the lady to message me coming onto me and saying those things just to record it. She was on a call with them the whole time, and they recorded it and shared it. I'm so embarrassed and ashamed still. I to this day don't know if this part is true, but while I was being taunted for it, they also said the woman wasn't a woman at all yet and was only 17. In response to Delirious'
yeah, he looked like he was, set up. That was a whole setup. I'm surprised. I don't know if he got mad though. Was he mad at Basically at the time? I don't know.
Quit longer. Basically I Do Work acknowledged that he was indeed involved in the incident. Following that, Delirious shared Discord messages revealing Ohm expressing his frustration in private, accusing Marcel and the rest of the group of being too toxic to play with. Tensions that may have played a role in Ohm's decision to distance himself from the crew. Ohmrecker next went on to allege that H2O Delirious had engaged in inappropriate messaging with minors in the past. 2 months after the Dramala, Ohmrecker released 2 interviews featuring 2 alleged victims. Prior to their release, Ohm explained that the 2-month delay stemmed from receiving a cease and desist letter from Delirious, which complicated his ability to share content publicly at the time.
About a month ago to the day, I received a cease and desist from Jonathan, aka H2O Delirious, and it was from an attorney.
The first interview Ohmrecker released featured an anonymous individual referred to as Sai. She alleged that back in 2013, while she was a minor, she frequently played games with members of the group and engaged in phone sex with Delirious. According to Sai, she had previously tried to confront Delirious about the situation via email after Ohm's appearance on Drama Alert.
Were you of age? Were you over?
To be honest, that's the I don't even care. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna skip some of these parts.
Email, hoping to even just get him, and he did, as far as I'm aware.
Delirious is not direct, it was her change.
Actually, I hesitate, just kind of straight. This is weird. I was like,
though the exact reason for the ban wasn't publicly confirmed. Keemstar reported that multiple ended.
what do you mean she's gone?
In October, several months after the interviews were released, Keemstar aired a third video on H2O Delirious. Around the time, Delirious' Twitter account was suspended, though the exact reason for the ban wasn't publicly confirmed.
He's still banned,
Keemstar reported that multiple alternate accounts used to threaten Sarah, one of the alleged victims, were also banned simultaneously. This led to speculation that Delirious had been operating deactivating those accounts, as Twitter's policy often results in the removal of all associated alt accounts when a primary account is terminated.
Now, those accounts that were harassing his alleged victims on Twitter also got banned around the same time. So, people are suggesting that H2O Delirious himself was, in fact, on alt accounts and other accounts harassing these alleged victims.
During this period, Delirious was in a relationship with influencer Liz Katz, who later spoke out
Still
about
is.
the circumstances surrounding
Still
his
is.
Twitter suspension in a now deleted video. Liz claimed the actual reason for the ban was Delirious's use of alt accounts, which he used to spread allegations about Omrecker.
Well, Delirious made a couple of fake accounts, all made during that time, by the way. These accounts, though, had one goal. It was to try to share the allegations and informations he had found and seen against Omrecker.
Liz Katz also found the real Twitter account of Sarah, whose actual name was Amy, addressing the claim that Delirious had threatened Amy's child. Liz claimed that the accusations were false. Instead, she pointed to Amy's ex-boyfriend as the likely source, backing her stance with tweets from Amy's account that described her ex as psychotic.
Her eldest child is from another father. And this other father, according to her, has to reach out
Two displayed her ID to cut the threat.
Oh my god, no.
Communicated her video for her to provide proof backing her allegations against Delirious. She addressed this in her video, explaining that the evidence had already been submitted to law enforcement and was therefore not available for public release.
My evidence.
This proceeded to file a lawsuit against Ohm, who in turn launched a countersuit. What followed was an extended legal standoff that spanned almost 3 years, marking a turbulent chapter in both creators' histories. Throughout this period, one smaller YouTuber named TJV stood out for his consistent coverage. He closely tracked the unfolding drama and regularly shared updates on the legal documents, offering detailed breakdowns of the feud between Ohm and Delirious. In the legal battle that followed, H2O Delirious filed a lawsuit against Omrecker citing multiple claims: defamation, emotional distress, tortious interference, false light, and injunctive relief. Launched his own lawsuit against Delirious, accusing him of defamation, emotional Twitter accounts received email against Omrecker, attempting
I'm
to
gonna skip a bunch of these parts because I don't want
thing that was he admitted
it's
to 1
boring.
through 4, but he did not Twitter that and
the civil lawsuit conclude have shifted their focus back to producing content and continuing with their channels. With the drama now behind them, let's shift the attention back to the Vanoss crew and their individual journeys as of 2025. Vanoss himself has leaned further into music production, pursuing new creative avenues.
My god, look at that man. Look at that man.
Lego got married, welcomed a daughter, and launched a second channel alongside Terrorizer. Moose Knuckle had also embraced family life, stepping away from full-time YouTube to focus on another job. Meanwhile, Wildcat and Basically I Do Work teamed up with Vanoss and Terrorizer to bring an animated series, Alpha Betas, to life. Louis continues to stream actively on YouTube, maintaining his connection with fans through gameplay and commentary, though Vanoss's channel hasn't seen significant subscriber growth, moving from 25 million in 2020 to 26 million subscribers in 2025. This creative shift toward music has showcased a broader evolution.
To be honest, I like his music.
Collectively, the crew remains active and innovative.
Hey, can I end up on this channel right here? You see on my screen right here that says these two guys? Yeah, can I end up on here?
Adapting to changing times while continuing to produce content. Their legacy goes far beyond metrics. The Vanoss crew left a lasting mark on YouTube history and shaped the childhoods of millions. Even if their peak was a decade ago, they remain beloved fixtures on the platform, iconic, enduring, and undeniably part of YouTube royalty.
Hey guys, it's Cluster. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much.
And that's the outro. Okay. Alright. That was, something. That was something. That was something. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's gonna be a while because I actually started school. So yeah. And yeah. Hey, if No Good Terrorizer Reacts ever hops on this video, reacts to this video, gladly appreciate it. You know, just message me. I'll leave my Discord I'd love to join the group if you're offering. And yeah, I I play Gmod. I play GTA, all the games. Yes, I'm still playing Gmod, and yeah. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.